Is it actually broadcasting though? That's the question, isn't it? Not pretended to have had done. But I think we're in. Okay, yeah, so we're in. Good. Alright, hello, greetings and salutations, dearest darlings. It is I, TG Demento, back again with another ineffable dimension of abstract thought, I think. That line went entirely off course, but I'm still happy with it, actually. It was supposed to be a venture, but somehow it wasn't. So we're back, read-only memories, doing this thing again. I like it. I just feel like there's not a lot I can say about it. It's kind of its own thing. But I'm not willing to stop. So here, I guess, is where we begin. Let me hit that button, I guess, and then I do have a few that I need to get to know to do the thing. Yeah. So what do I even do? What do I have to do here? What was the premise? Won't look at it. So wackadoodly-doo. Okay. I'm not even gonna fuck with that shit. Oh. Fuck. That hurt me a lot. That probably didn't help. I'm gonna go poke someone real quick. I just didn't feel like going on Facebook and doing that, or trying to text a billion people. Oh shit, I need to shut my phone off. I need to not shut it off, but shit. So, last I remember, I was at why was I here? Why was I here? I think I have to go somewhere. Yeah, okay. No, I'm here.
Welcome to the Neo San Francisco Richmond District Police Station, citizen. How may I be of assistance today? Please give me a few moments to get in contact with Detective Rivers.
Oh, right, I had to get that dingus up again.
Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, Detective Rivers is out on assignment at the moment.
Do I have to go do this whole section again?
She has given me her authorization to send you her way. You can find her by the carousel.
Oh, goodness. Right,
she is working in an... Is there anything else I can help you with? Oh. Have a good day, citizen.
No, yeah, see, I was already here. Fuckers. Making me mad. Alright, so now where do I go? That was why I was confused. What am I doing back here? I'm supposed to go to this place. Pretty sure this is like Turing.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location.
This is Detective Lexi Rivers, badge number 881126. I will be entering the crime scene with my assistant to gather evidence.
Oh, okay.
Please move out, but maintain the perimeter.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
Of course, Detective Rivers. Good luck with your investigation.
So, are you impressed yet? Have I
My
proven my
God,
usefulness?
you fucking tricky little bitch.
At times I feel my inexperience may be holding us back, but I will continue to do my best to assist you.
What's Stretchy Neck though? Like he's just
I
standing.
just wish Hayden had given me more practical training to deal with this kind of situation.
Yeah, that's kind of a hard thing to ask.
Or even just being out and about in general.
Oh no, you're a sapient robot, dude. That's
It
dangerous
can be a
for
bit
you.
overwhelming at times. Well, I'm not sure I'd call that seeing. The Neo-SF Police Department uses a government rebuild of the old Robodyne 6300 Mark B.
Alright, right there you lost me.
They're antiquated enough that I'm surprised they aren't in a museum. Their optics are a paltry 10 megapixels, and it was child's play for me to modulate my forward display into a tight beam of an image aimed directly into its lenses.
Okay, motherfucker.
I also transmitted the credentials we got from Detective Rivers' badge earlier. I probably could have gotten away with just that, but better safe than sorry when impersonating an officer of the law. Frankly, I'm rather embarrassed for the ROM. The poor thing is older than your computer. But enough of that. Let's get the data cache and return to Tomcat.
Get that cash. Random door. Let's go touch that random door. As a heads up, I probably will cough like multiple times during the stream. I'm doing my best to suppress it, but fuck. Oh, that hurts.
What?
Oh goodness.
Oh no. No. Our apartment. My home. Who could have done this? Why? What does the human revolution want with Hayden?
You're right.
Why would they break our things? I don't know what to do. This place, these items, they're all I have of Hayden. What if he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? This was all I had left.
Just had a fucking robo panic attack.
You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst.
Emotional? Motherfucker, don't apologize for being a robot with emotions. I will tell you right now, that will make me madder than anything. You are fine. Cry if you want to.
Well, let's look
would
around
like
and
to
see if we
collect
can
some
find
robot
the data
tears.
cache in all this mess.
I don't know how I'm gonna find. It wasn't. I mean, I guess it could be anything.
We don't have time to waste on the histrionics.
There's a torn up plant. You poor plant. Yeah.
I think you're right about this being human revolution propaganda, but Hayden is an unlikely target. I know they don't like Parallax because they think advanced technology in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs. I'll run some deep meshnet searches and see if anything turns up.
Okay.
I think the data cache is gone. We've searched everywhere, and it just isn't here.
You don't know?
I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction. The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken. I wonder what the human revolution would need the data cache for anyway.
Yeah, that's what
a
I'm gonna
distinct
think.
possibility.
Because looking at the way the Tech Scum one is written, it's like a fucking machine standing from one point wrote it over a fucking surface.
I just don't have enough personal experience with the human revolution to give you an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigots stuck in the past. Perhaps we could... Hey! What's wrong? No!
What the fuck? I like how this is the second time it's reminding me of that. Oh goodness. That's a heck of a way to start a stream. Let's start a second chapter. Am I dying? Oh, okay. Why are you sitting on me, little man?
Thank goodness you're finally awake. I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay.
Oh my goodness.
Someone ambushed us at the apartment. After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us. It took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance. When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSF Seedy-ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily. Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler.
Just like, it sounds like I wrote this with some of this random shit that they say.
If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high. Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense. I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for. That seems unlikely. Even the most casual access to Hayden's research would have turned up physical descriptions of me, and even if they weren't sure... well, I'd play it better safe than sorry if I were them. We were at the scene of the crime, so to speak. Surely interrogating us would have cost them little. No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROM's, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke. Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again. Here are those headphones you reviewed. I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published. Oh, and here's your spoiled milk. Luckily, the hospital staff didn't find your carrying of a carton of spoiled milk around to be a cause for concern. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie. Looks like it got broken.
Oh no.
Now all we have is this broken commemorative glass.
Oh. No, I want the broken glass.
You're right. You wouldn't want to cut yourself.
No. I wanted it to cut things with.
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Weber?
Were you a spooky man behind the curtain?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you from behind that curtain.
What do you... If I can hear you, but you can't hear me, you've got some serious problems. I like how they're gonna make me open the curtains myself.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Has he just got a magic chair?
Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar. Has anything happened to him?
Bitch, I bet you did it. I bet $100,000 you did it. Where is any of my things? There you are. Oh yeah, I got drank.
Of course. I've not yet introduced myself.
Bitch. Look at that hair. Your name
My name is
X.
Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former
enough.
CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet.
On the meshnet.
And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
Yeah, you know, he created Fair Mega Man.
See, I don't.
Which is basically Mega Man with Phoenix Wright's powers.
I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof.
Bitch. Then why couldn't you hear me earlier? Your story doesn't add up. I think you did it. You're the bad guy. You am the bad guy right there.
However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other.
Why does it concern you?
I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance.
I don't know.
I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
You stole his research. That is it.
Ah, yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years. The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take. The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. We were playing with fire, dangerous, morally ambiguous fire, and well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive, we had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me. Do I have hard feelings? Of course, who wouldn't? In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades.
Which is about how long you look like you'll live.
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the two companies first underwent the merger.
Sounds like somebody's fighting a cat out there. Oh my goodness, this is so hard. Why is this so hard? Oh, we're fucking up. Alright.
At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector.
This is some interesting shit, this whole fucking, like, narrative. Because essentially they're creating neural networks to create fucking smart computers. And that's actually something that they're doing nowadays. There's somebody who's been using neural networks to make, like, knitting instructions. And people who knit have been trying to, like, follow these instructions. And it creates these wacky shapes. Really interesting stuff. But, this is basically like using the internet as a neural network to teach computers, is what this fucking robot person is.
He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject. His research? No, not so much.
Oh, goodness.
I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction.
No, it isn't.
He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing. But you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing. Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself. Pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she, if you are spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Tell me what her fucking name was.
Of course. The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support ROM. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable.
If I get up off this chair, I'll be dead within 5 minutes.
I likely would have perished long ago without it.
Oh shit,
Or
I'm
at
not
least
wrong.
would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs. It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once. My appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside. I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did. I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, I don't have much to... Is there anything you can... What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract his computer's data cache, the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I'm failing him.
You are just the most depressed robot I've ever met. No, I take that
I'm very
back.
sorry to hear that. I wish I
The
could
second
do
most
more.
depressed robot I've ever
Hayden's
met.
company was most enjoyable.
What do you want?
What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company, court prince and pauper alike. But right now, someone I grew very fond of is in great danger.
Oh goodness. Will you say that?
I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight. I don't think we have any choice.
If I'm looking into this on my own, you might as well benefit from it. We both want the same thing, yes?
I'm concerned.
It's up to us to seize opportunity when it appears. I think I have a lead for you two that will prove most useful.
You had nothing 2
Said you
seconds
found
ago.
Human Revolution slogans spray painted on the walls. I am acquaintances with the man leading the current Human Revolution protests at the Genus Clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry.
Really?
After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event. No, not in this lifetime. Even if I so desired, I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the Human Revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive, and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no caveman. After all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into this chair. I will send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker. He will hand you one of my cards to prove your association with me to Mr. Mulberry. Make sure you speak to him before you leave. In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you. I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you both. Of course. Please.
Yeah, I should
let
just
me
leave.
delay you
I should
any
definitely
further.
just leave. Because I'm not, like, still severely injured or anything.
Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm a goddamn ninja is what? Fuck it. Fuck you.
I can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal.
Calm down.
Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a
Oh,
felony,
it wasn't that
jackass.
too bad, actually. It was nice. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
I mean, well, you're not.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. Also, I feel it necessary to mention that though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
Oh, okay.
Oh great, the robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone lent you a helping hand. It isn't like you have the hardware to pull that off alone, little bot.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for Parallax. My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal? First machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the Human Revolution. Ugh. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink.
Yeah.
What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you?
I'm not allowed to talk about that.
I guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely. I doubt anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD-ROM, nor that I was apparently in two places at once. But mostly because I think you're right. Someone higher up in the department is trying to do research into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right? Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story, but when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case. Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all.
Darn it, huh?
Look, it's not being
Got a
squashed
fucking
completely,
mouth on you.
so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missed. Which means somebody definitely has some influence. Enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen at this point.
Your mouth stop moving.
I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy. And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, my mom.
Fine, you got it. Just here.
Nice! They gave me a gun. I got the
Take
gun
this.
now.
Use it if you have to.
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol.
Ooh. I like those words.
It uses
Electrolaser.
a
I like
low-power laser
electrolaser.
to create a channel of ionized gas
Yes.
to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air.
That's a fucking techno science, some bullshit to do. That's a good fucking weapon right there. I like that a lot.
Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in the OSF without a license.
Really? It does not sound like it would be.
The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system.
I like how
That's
like
far
they
more dangerous
explain
and probably
everything.
permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't. So I picked it up on the way here. Be
Oh,
smart
goodness.
with it. Me either.
I hope we won't need it. Proceeds to
I'll
use
be in
it on
touch if I find anything
everything.
out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See ya.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers. You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker.
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here. Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts.
I don't need to know that.
No problem. I'll be around, if you know. You have a good day now.
Oh no, he left.
Look, they have a Hassie machine. Very good. Isn't Hassie the best?
Why are you an advertisement? Do you have built-in ads during? That would be the shit, wouldn't it?
Patient? My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma. You should currently be in your assigned bed, resting. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately. An accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting neurological damage. Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price affordable.
Fuck off.
I am
Oh,
further
that's
required
too
to inform
real.
you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits.
Oh goodness.
Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any other visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately, and do have a nice day.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes? I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least. For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul. You look good. If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting.
Bitch, I'm gonna do what I want.
By the way, while you were showering, I was able to replant your Crassula ovata. Don't forget to talk to it and give it some love. When I try talking to it, it doesn't even notice I'm there.
Oh my god.
Either way, our next move is Stardust. Every bit will help in the end.
Seriously? Can I please use the zapper? I'll use the zapper. I just want to zap it. Alright. Shoot him.
Yes, that is a very impressive electro-laser pistol that Lexi gave you.
Shoot him.
If you examine those headphones on the items menu of your Lips Type M mobile device, you will be able to play any kind of music you like.
Which is actually something you can do. Alright. And we're off. Doodly do.
Welcome to Star.
Oh goodness. Hello.
Hey, good to see you back. What can I do for you? What are you having? So many drinks these days.
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia said.
Oh, I got this, sweetie.
Oh goodness, yes.
Wait,
Sometimes I think I'm just holding up the bar rather than running it.
No, I just memorized all the drinks. You're better with the customers. Sorry, I don't think we've met before. I'm Gus.
Hello, Gus.
This one is...
Oh, they're doing the boodly boos. I hate the boodly boos. No, I don't want to speak that way. It's ridiculous. No, we're doing this voiceover style. We're doing this like I'm doing my own lines.
Thank you, hon.
Hearing them say that shit.
Here you go.
Look at that thing. So I'm gonna talk to Gus. What you up to, Gus? What you do?
You have a really cool ROM. How's Stardust treating you? Well, that's good. But we can do better than not bad. Let me know how we can help. Majid may not have a memory for mixed drinks, but he loves listening to his patrons' problems. You'll have to let me or him know if you need any help. We try to run a tight ship around here. Oh, there isn't much to tell, really. I came to Neo SF from Arizona to finally live somewhere more thrilling. Majid needed someone good with numbers to handle back-of-the-house sort of stuff. So here I am. I didn't grow up in big cities like this, and I always loved listening to Majid's stories from the Bay. Everything is just so exciting. Hayden? Oh, you're who Majid mentioned before, huh? Oh no, sorry. I've met him since he's a regular, but I've been out and about on business. Haven't seen him in weeks. I wish I could help more. Okay, I'm gonna get back to this, but don't feel bad if you need to interrupt me for something. Sure thing. Enjoy.
I'm on drop. Alright, give me another drink.
Hey, good to see you back. What are you having?
Oh goodness, yes.
Let me look up how to make that.
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Oh, I got this, sweetie.
Oh goodness.
This one is...
Oh goodness. Terry's
Thanks,
like, I've lost my purpose in the world. Oh goodness.
Here you go.
Oh, no, yes, actually, because I need to make sure I save. Why'd you give me such a big box? Whatever. Fine. There. You'll need to find a bathroom, huh? How drunk can I get?
Hey, good to see you. What are you having?
I'm gonna get a blue boy.
Hey, hon, what's in that one?
Oh, you're
This
just straight
one
up
is-
asking. That's great. I'm dying. You can hear it. I'm dying. He's so distressed.
Thank you, hon.
Oh my fucking god. Oh, it makes me so happy every time I hear it. Alright.
Here you go.
I got that blue boy. Turn down a little more. Alright. Let's do it.
Hey, y'all. How goes the search? Shit. Well, I can't say I saw that one coming. I figured that they'd nab anything they needed the first time they hit the place. Huh. Any ideas who it could have been?
The walls had been spray painted with many grotesque human revolution slogans. It is possible that Hayden was targeted by the organization for his work at Parallax. While my development may have been a secret, he is rather well known for his work on virtual intelligence data. A layman would not understand the critical differences between myself and a VI, nor do I think the average human revolution member would care to make the distinction. Equally likely, it is an effort to throw us off the trail of who's actually done this. Right. Dr. Fairlight was very kind to point us in the direction of the Human Revolution protest leader. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to the bottom of this after interviewing him.
Yannick Fairlight? When'd you run into him?
Oh, we were ambushed at the apartment and got hit with some kind of neural stunner.
What? Are y'all okay?
Yes, we made it to the nearby hospital, and Dr. Fairlight happened to be occupying the same room we were placed in. We had a discussion with him about Hayden's situation, then came here.
Well, shit. Things sure are getting more serious than I first thought. Y'all need to keep a sharp eye out. Being attacked means the bastards know you're looking now.
I'm confident in our ability to push on.
I can't say I know much about the man. Fairlight always was a bit of a shut-in, even back when he ran System 1, his old company. He didn't make any more public appearances after the merger between them and Parallax, but he was still working with them for 6 or so years past that. Nowadays, he shows up in the news once in a blue moon for some charity thing or another. But, well, it's all just rumor, but I've heard he holds a grudge about it hotter than the Clantons after the Earps. I'd take care to look this particular horse in the mouth real close if I was you. Good. Now to lighten the mood. While y'all were chasing your tails, I managed to find a way into the Parallax network. Once I'm in, I should be able to dig out Hayden's personal info file easily enough, including anything related to him on all security clearance levels.
Okay.
If Parallax has anything on Hayden's situation, it'll be in there.
Fantastic, Tomcat. I knew Hayden's faith in you was not misplaced. How long do you think it will take you?
Well, that's where the rubber meets the road. Parallax actually has considerably better net security than the last time I cracked in. I'm gonna need physical access. I've got a good idea where a node for us to slice into is, but it isn't exactly in a nice part of town. In fact, police have basically wrote it off as a lost cause. I know Jess has some contacts in that area. She's that girl that chewed you a new rear when y'all first came here. Yeah, it's a tough sell, but she might be able to help y'all get in and out of that part of the city without ending up in a parts bin at an organ chop shop. Hey, we ain't got it that bad. I mean, at least our police force owns its own self. I hear down in San Jose, the richer neighborhoods have actually started hiring the gangs to protect their places. When even the rich folks can't get good police work, it's a sad state for everyone else. And the less said about LA, the better. You might not be able to tell, considering her viper's tongue and penchant for hitting the clubs harder than she's got any right to, but Jess is actually an attorney.
What?
She specializes in defending people in violation of the Human Protection Act and does almost all of her work pro bono.
Oh,
That's earned her a whole gaggle of pals amongst the hybrid community around here, as you might imagine. Ain't no one gonna cross her in that part of town. Black market hybridization ain't exactly HPA compliant, if you catch my drift. And none of them ever know when they might need her to defend them in court. That's the spirit. I need a little time to get all my tools together to slice into Parallax's network, but y'all keep me updated. Maybe y'all get lucky and find that data cache too. But I ain't gonna count on it. Jess is still hanging around here at Stardust, but I saw her head over to the VIP room. It's hybrid night, and she's a popular gal. Just please remember to play nice, or her friends will thump you something fierce. I'll send Jess a message letting her know that y'all are looking for some assistance, and we'll see what happens.
shit.
Sure thing, hon. I've got to head on out of here and get started on setting up the run. Just have turn, let me know when y'all are...
Okay, bye.
Oh,
Who is
I
this
see Jess
Gordon
over there
Freeman
behind
looking
some ropes.
motherfucker right here?
Let's go over and...
No, don't. I want to talk to Gordon Freeman.
Oh, hell no. Look, I'm really trying to have a good time today, and the Human Revolution crud muffins have made that very hard for me. And your interrogation this morning took a bad day to worse. I asked around about you, Journo, and I don't have anything to say to you. The last thing I need is you prodding at me without telling me you're press. Besides, the VIP section is only for hybrids and friends on hybrid night, and no way am I vouching for you. Hey, bouncer! We got a capital A asshole over here!
You heard her. Let's go.
How rude! She didn't even give us a chance to explain ourselves. We have to get back in there and try to be reasonable. Surely she will see the importance of our task once we've explained everything.
Dying.
But that bouncer probably won't let us back in. Perhaps we should try befriending someone nearby and convince them to vouch for us? It's a statistical long shot, but the worst case scenario shouldn't leave an excessive amount of physical damage.
Oh my goodness, calm down. Oh, I'm playing this game.
Hooray! You survived! Good. Now let's get away from this creepy game.
I like how even the robot thinks it's creepy. What context do you have for creepy?
trace amount of liquid left in their glass suggests the person was drinking.
Give me a few minutes, okay?
Try to do some stuff things. Don't touch him.
Hey, good to see you back. What are you having? Hey, hun, isn't that one?
This one is...
Oh. Sour, savory, and wintry. Yes, it tastes like
Thanks, honey bear.
Cold.
Here you go.
Hey, how'd you know my favorite? Haven't I seen you at my tattoo parlor before? I'm Boris. Have a seat. Well, as long as you don't mind me being distracted by this jerk. Oh, you don't know the half of it. My boss has just managed to lock themselves out of our company's servers.
Shit.
I'm not sure exactly what they did, and I don't have my company ROM on me, so I'm trying to walk them through what to do over the phone. It's not going well.
Oh god. That's like the worst IT issue. Like that's an IT nightmare right there. Because people don't listen.
It could be any number of things. I already confirmed it wasn't just a password issue. They probably deleted themselves off of the user table or something. I hate giving non-IT people that kind of access, but the higher-ups in the company insisted on it. So incompetent. I'll probably just have to go down there and do it myself. I'm not gonna be able to do this over the phone. I guess I gotta head out and take care of this. It was nice talking to you. Thanks for letting me vent. I hope it wasn't too much. Maybe I'll see you around.
Gordon Freeman, yes, I will see you around. Okay, hold on. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. No.
Welcome, Miss Stark.
Give me that blue thing.
Hey, good to see you. What are you having?
That was the blue boy. There you are.
So many drinks these.
Drinktionary, the open...
Oh, I got this. This one is...
Thank you, hon.
Here you go. I like this. This is the drinking puzzle.
How did you know what I was planning on ordering? Well, at least keep me company while I drank it.
Oh, goodness.
I'm Caitlin. I'm usually a lot more sociable. Things have just been rough today.
There's just like an indicator on here to be like, hey, it's on, it's off, it's on.
My brother's going through gene therapy. He still has to go in at least twice a week for health and maintenance. There are Human Revolution protesters outside the clinic, making it even harder for him. They're always outside, harassing anyone coming in. It's exhausting. Oh, are you a journalist or something? That's really interesting. That group, they want to drag us all back to the Dark Ages, regardless of who it hurts. Sorry, I don't want to rant about it. So, what's your article about? That's good. I think the facts about the Human Revolution speak for themselves, yeah? So, there's plenty of people here. What made you want to talk with me?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, geez. This really is my favorite drink. I have to wake up early for class, but I'm at the club, so I guess I'm already too deep in. Graphic design
When
with
did
a
this
focus
become
on
a dating
advertising.
simulator?
I
Wait a
even get
minute.
to do some local
What
stuff.
do they do?
Trying not to brag, but the zones we had on the bar is totally my doing. I have some really good client relationships locally, and there's so many interesting people too, like you.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, it's been really nice talking to you, but I kind of feel like dancing now. You want to come with me to the VIP area in the back? I have some friends who might be over there. We can hang out with them. They'll like you.
Oh, goodness. I win.
Great, let's go.
Didn't I say to beat it?
We're guests of Caitlin. She said we could join her.
All right. But it's on her if you can't stay out of trouble.
Great.
Hey! You have an incoming call, priority marked as urgent.
Oh, goodness.
Well, hope you come by again.
Excellent. Sorry for making up the call. I'm still getting used to the whole
Fuck off,
subterfuge
you.
thing you humans do. However, we can take another run at having a conversation with Jess. We have a dragon to slay. Onward.
Fuck. Don't say it like that. No, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
You again? Oh.
Alright. Okay. Freaked out just a little bit. Broke.
I'm ashamed to say I've gone on a few assy spike benders in my time.
That's what this means. I need... Alright. Shoot her. Just fucking shoot her. Oh yeah, just touch. I like it does that too. They like grab. It's not just touch, let me just grope.
And you're back.
Yeah, but indestructible.
You know, as
main
soon as I
character.
first saw you, I hoped you'd be dropped like a bad packet off the mesh net and I'd never have to see you ever again.
Oh my god, you're such a bitch to me.
So of course, I just got off the phone with Tomcat. practically begging me to help you out. You aren't so good at the long-term play thing, are you?
Oh, shit.
You mean you don't stick both feet in your mouth every time you talk to a hybrid? Surprising. Let's just get one thing straight here. I'm only willing to talk to you because I owe Tomcat. I don't owe you shit. So if you want my help, you gotta do something for me.
Okay. You need me to trim your claws?
If you got a problem with that, tough. My neighborhood, my help, my rules.
I can't even see your eyes.
You know what makes me charitable? I agree to talk to people like you again to get things done. So watch your tone, ass butt. Or I'll bounce you faster than the net spits out new slang for teenagers.
Oh my goodness.
I need you to break up those Human Revolution protests. The ones at the Genus Clinic on Market Street.
Oh, okay.
I'd like this handled with some stealth. Not that I expect you to know what discreet means.
I mean, I need to go talk to Nugget about it anyways.
Either way, you just get it done. I got clients in the middle of treatment cycles, and this media circus is making their lives difficult. That means it's making my life difficult. Let the bastards go march somewhere else, like Washington. Not here.
No. No. These are both bad options, I feel, so this is the one I'm gonna pick.
I'm just great. I'm peachy. My clients get harassed and beaten on the daily. I don't have the time or money to help them all, and I have jackasses like you bothering me on my one day off. So, you gonna braid my fur, and we can talk about all our problems and boys we like?
Goodness.
Whoop-de-freaking-do, you figured it out. Well, fine. Have it your way. You want to know what my deal is? You really want me to get sappy?
Yes. Obviously, that's the whole point of this fucking game.
Skin cancer. Stage 3. My prognosis was so advanced that the doc said my bones were already lost. So I had to do something drastic. Completely restart my biology from scratch. You ever seen someone with a severe gene splice? From something freaky, like an insect? That's where hybrid tech began, you know. Where my therapy started. You can't imagine what it's like to have children cry from just looking at you. When people just see you and sprint the other direction. I had police following me everywhere I went. I lost my apartment. I lost my dignity. Eventually, I was lucky enough to qualify for the cute kitty cat cure to override the expression of the chitin. It changed my life. I have my job and purpose because of it. The fur doesn't scare the rest of the world too much to let me exist. Better an otaku's fluffy wet dream than the monster from a horror VR drama from Japan. My mom still can't look at me straight. Not to get even mushier, but as a kid, she would sing me a song as she counted all the freckles on my face. She hasn't let that go. You know how your folks look at you when they figure out you finally had sex or did crash? It's like that. All the time. Oh, now you're sorry. You haven't even heard the worst part yet. The amount of gene therapy I underwent exceeded the limit that the Human Protection Act allows for procreation. So yeah, the government freaking spayed me, if it all wasn't hilariously dark enough. First I'm too ugly to look at, now I'm too screwed up to breed. Saving my own life forfeited my right to be a person. The Human Protection Act. Ha! Apparently protecting humans doesn't include me. Only genotypicals could live in this city and truly think they're the ones who need some protection the most. In any case, I had some clean eggs frozen, and we'll whip them out whenever I'm ready. Except keeping that shit on ice costs. And my insurance decided to just not pay up, due to the elective nature of my feline gene therapy. So I took those bastards to court, and won. And I've been doing the same thing for everybody else ever since. So, there you go. I got cancer, super science fixed me up and left me a freak, and then the government sterilized me so I wouldn't go out and make more little monsters. And everyone else gets to be the winner by default. Happy now? How's your savior complex doing? This getting you off? Yeah, I am. Now show me that you're on the right side. I'll be watching. Break up those protests, and then we'll talk.
Well, dang. That was fucking intense.
Alright, it sounds like we know what we need to do next. Let's go to Market Street and break up those protests for Jess.
Motherfucker. Alright, let's get some more people in the universe. Fuck, this is
Hey, good to see you.
Interesting.
What are you
What was
having?
the one that I had that was super fruity? Christ, look how many of these there are. Was this it?
Hey, hon.
This one is...
Yeah, there it is. How
Thank
did I
you,
get
hon.
all of these beforehand? Except for that one, the one that actually told me what it was.
Well, look who has good taste. I'm Sylvan. What's a wet drink like yourself doing here?
Oh goodness, this may have been a mistake.
Well, thanks for the drink. The club is a little dead tonight, so it's nice to see a new face. You know anyone here? Tomcat? That flashy computer kid? They're always here with a group of other geeks. Not really my type. Too busy looking at their toys to see anyone around them. Cute outfits, though. You meeting them here? Oh, I do. I really do. Well, thanks for the drink, but I think I'm gonna play the room a little more. Maybe we'll run into each other again.
I guess. That was the guy. That was the guy. That dude. Yeah, did it. He did. Yes. Where is this on 3?
I've saved the location to my memory.
Oh,
Let's check
neat.
it out after the investigation.
Yes.
Well, there are the protesters.
What? Oh no, fuck you guys.
I have to admit that I still find the vandalism of Hayden's apartment puzzling. The protests themselves have been entirely peaceful so far, and the human revolution, regardless of the flimsy philosophical ground they stand on, are not a group known for projecting their ideology through unlawful means. The more I research them, the more I have to admit to the statistical conclusion that we're either dealing with a deceptive covert operations scenario, or less likely, a radical splinter group. Still, I doubt it will hurt to ask around. Brian Mulberry is there in the center. Fairlight said he was the one to talk to, and my mesh searches confirm that he is the leader of the local chapter of the Human Revolution organization. He's a bit player on the national scene, but he seems charismatic and camera conscious from the video clips I've reviewed. Perhaps we could use that to our advantage?
Alright, let me... Oh, goodness. That came out quick. Okay, Elvis.
Hello there! Would you like to hear about the dangers of our country's unchecked use of genetic modification? I have pamphlets. Here, take one.
This is already too wacky.
Oh, yes, Yannick called and said something about an investigation into an apartment break-in. He didn't elaborate, and I'm not sure how I might be able to assist with this. But if Yannick is involved, I'll do whatever I can. How can I help?
We found Human Revolution graffiti spray painted all over the apartment, and some things were stolen. I was hoping you might be able to point us in the direction of whoever did it.
Ah, well, the Human Revolution certainly does not condone such actions at all. We're a peaceful organization, and threatening people is not going to earn us hearts and minds. But, off the record, some of our younger members can be a bit overzealous, as any hot-headed teenager tends to be. I'll look into this matter personally, and if I discover that any of our younger members were involved, they'll be turned in to the proper authorities. I'll also let Yannick know anything I find out. Is there something else I can help you with? What questions can I answer for you? Genetic modification is one of the most dangerous sciences we've ever fooled around with. It's playing God on the highest order and threatens to unseat what humanity is altogether. Cybernetics is a dangerous path as well, selling off pieces of ourselves bit by bit for mechanical strength and resilience, but at least a brain-controlled android is still a human brain, even if in a metal box. There is a reason Congress enacted laws prohibiting highly modified hybrids from breeding. Now, I do not fault the individuals who come here for treatment, many of whom are disabled and deathly ill. If you ask me, genus isn't the kind of therapy they all need. However, we must take a stand against the medical research industry that would have us cast aside our humanity for their miracles. We hope to educate the public about the dangers of rapid
blast all of them with the
technological
fucking
advancements.
taser and just,
We
like,
want
push
to
the
warn the
bodies out of the
country
way.
away from thoughtlessly accepting every scientific discovery
I
we
say
make.
bodies, I guess they'd still
too
be
late.
alive, but I could tase them harder. Just keep tasing them. It's electric air, man. There's no end to that.
We used to say that splitting the atom would surely bring about the end of humankind. But now we're changing the very things that make us human, our biology, with nothing to ensure our safety. The revolution we're after is humanity as a whole making the decision to remain as we were created, and return to how we lived before genetic science put us on the wrong course. This world is Icarus, flying too close to the sun. It's only a matter of time before our arrogance becomes our demise. Just because we can, doesn't mean we should.
Okay, calm down.
At our core, we are a peaceful movement and seek only to convince people to vote according to the truths we reveal to them. The human revolution has faith that American democracy will win out in the end.
Okay.
It falls to us to make sure that people are informed about the daunting and confusing technologies they put their senseless faith into every day. On a personal level, we would like to exhort every individual to try and live more simply and reject any gadget or medicine that would make us less than we are. Is there something else I can help you with? Of course, if you have any other questions, feel free to come back. I always have time for the press.
You clearly missed doing real journalism. I'm impressed. I think you're starting to get back into the hard-boiled investigative journalist thing. Hopefully we'll get lucky enough to turn up a new lead, even if this one didn't pan out like we'd hoped.
That's a great phrase.
Ah, Harry Golden. How fitting to use a quote from a newspaper publisher, and I agree with the sentiment. More leads will find us, should we seek them out. Let's keep moving.
I need to break up.
Don't forget, we're still here to actually break up these protests. Let's see if we can't figure out a solution together.
I think the egg bot is
Make sure
probably
to
the
look around
answer.
and think carefully.
The weather,
Let's not
No, you did not say that.
Let's not. Two's company, three's a cloud.
I had to see it again. Turing, who programmed you for comedy?
This kind of ROM requires an RFID key to access it. It appears to be owned by the nearby Hassie bar.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Hi.
Aw, that is the most adorable little ROM. What kind of model is it? Where did you get it? It's so moe.
Oh goodness.
Oh wow, you don't see a whole lot of those around. Must have taken ages to get that case looking that good, with the home printer too. I'm impressed. Anyway, what can I get you? A drink I can do, and I guess I have some time to talk. The protesters outside the clinic are driving off a lot of my regular customers. Filling up my bathroom too, jerks.
I like her.
So, what do you want to know?
Oh, we're gonna be here a while, folks.
Oh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Ramona. I guess there isn't much to tell. I went to college, got a degree, took out a loan, and bought this place. Now I spend my days trying to find enough time and money to sustain my VR drama addiction. My priorities are justice, cute stuff, and magical girls, in that order.
Goodness.
What else? I pretty much don't leave the store. Look, they've got the right to protest, but I don't have to like it. Once they're done with the hybrids, I know they'll be coming for me next. So I'll be voting appropriately. And if I have to unclog one more toilet because of an entitled, bigoted jerkface, I will lose my goddamn mind! Oh, you can't tell? I've got a cybernetic arm and leg, thanks to an autocap crash when I was a kid. I also got Neuralinks for VR interfacing. If it was up to those dinosaurs, I'd be stuck in a wheelchair right now. Or worse, depending on how far back they want to push our medical technology. It's already illegal for me to have a rocket-powered fist. What more do they want? It does a good job, huh? Yeah, that's mine. Well, technically, it's property of Hassy Holdings. We spent some mints on it, but the rest of the block helps pitch in for maintenance costs since I usually set it to patrol the whole area. You should check it out when we do Christmas in July.
Oh, goodness.
It can cover the whole street in snow, as long as it's cloudy enough to keep the sun off. Sort of like today. Sorry, but that thing cost me way too many credits to let just anyone poke at it. I would need to see some serious credentials before I let you mess with it. You know, enough to make sure you can afford to replace it if you break it. Otherwise, no touching.
I got something for you. Hold on. Let's get to the rest of this shit.
Sorry. Speak. I just mean he's really cute and lovable, and you kind of want to hug him forever, you know? A lot of otaku come around here, probably because I own the place. I'm used to being able to shoot my mouth off and not explain all the jargon. Yeah, I know it's a bit out of fashion, but I'm a history buff.
Okay.
The past really gives context to stories of the present. You know what I mean? I've been to Tokyo twice already. The old otaku resist the new culture of the saishi in the same way their parents refused to give up cassette tapes. Oh, sorry. The Saiba Shibito, the Cyber Dead. In the early 21st century, Japan had an epidemic of chronic shut-ins, and the rise of direct link virtual reality only made that worse. Suddenly, people weren't just refusing to leave their rooms, they were refusing to leave their heads. But as the technology got better, the Saishi were the first to figure out how to use their own brains to sculpt cyberspace. Computers are good at thinking in straight lines, but the human brain is capable of so much more. The best virtual landscapes, the most real VR dramas and games, are created by the Saishi. Now, even if an earthquake or a meteor or whatever leveled Japan, they'd still have Neo Tokyo built on the VR net. But enough babbling. If you're interested, I'm sure you could find more out on the mesh, or use an induction helmet to visit Neo Tokyo yourself.
Oh, goodness.
It's a trip, especially for newbies. Okay, enjoy. Dr. Yannick Fairlight. I've heard of him. Super rich guy? Used to own System 1? Why are you giving me his car?
Yes! He's getting on in years, and it would be useful for when he goes out and about. That's why we wanted to see it before.
Yeah, okay. I guess you can take a peek. Don't bust it, though. I scanned this card, and I swear if you break my ROM, I'll be calling your boss.
Oh no.
Here's the RFID key to access it.
Thank you. This will surely be useful for our needs. Shall we go check it out?
Please don't touch the Seedy-ROM.
Okay, what even is Hassie? What is Hassie? Is it just all the drinks? Alright, blast the shit out of it. Calm down. How do I leave? Oh, I have to actually go to leave.
This ROM has multiple different climate control settings.
Set it to
Maybe we can
fucking
make
lightning.
things a little more festive. Christmas is my favorite season. Should I switch it to snow mode?
Yeah. Good.
It's snowing? Okay, people, I for one didn't bring any winter wear. Let's call it a day for now.
Excellent work! While I still have doubts about the moral superiority of using subterfuge to disperse a protest, we at least accomplished our goal peacefully. And to be frank, considering how the human revolution is clearly working against my personal interests, I won't waste many clock cycles puzzling that ethical quandary out. Might I draw your attention to those counterculture clothing, obvious bad attitudes, and graffiti paraphernalia? Those could be our suspects who damaged my home in the name of revolution. Right. We should approach them cautiously as to not start a confrontation with the wrong individuals. They may even point us to the true culprits. Oh no, they've noticed our attentions. Come along, maybe we can catch them. We'll never catch them all. Hold on, I'm calling for an auto cab of our own. I know it seems a great deal of trouble for such a tenuous lead, but I have a the wicked
Fucking
flee
car
when
chase.
no man pursueth. The auto cab is estimated to take 5 minutes to arrive. We'll never be able to engage in pursuit fast enough to catch up to them.
Let's ride the fucking...
Perhaps we should call Tomcat. Maybe they can do some bit of techno-wizardry and stop that cab. Excellent! Hold on while I connect us.
Howdy, folks. How's the search for the data cache going?
Actually, that's what we're calling about, Tomcat. We may have located the perpetrators, but they eluded us and are making their escape in an auto cab. We attempted to use a cab of our own to tail them, but it hasn't arrived and they're getting away. Can you hack the cab and stop it?
No can do, little guy. Security on those cabs is tight, and the dang thing will shut down its external net connection long before I get in. Unless... Oh, I have an idea. Sit tight for just a sec.
I mean...
Alright, that went faster than spit on a skillet. I did a job a few years back and had to break into the city's central traffic network. Do me a favor and don't ask why. The back door I drilled into that long ago is still wide open. I'm logging into the traffic management system now. Wait. Oh, shit. They may not have fixed that back door, but they did install a new counter-intrusion VI. Oh, the damn thing is hot on my tail. Virtual intelligence. They're kind of like Turing, except less creative and inventive, and definitely not sapient. But they're nasty enough at hunting down hackers and crackers if you're willing to pay for a good one. I gotta take care of this VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Turing, I'm passing control to you. Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some 2 sets of hands on 1 keyboard kind of hacking. Just push on the map and loading up on Turin's face. Sorry, Turin.
Ooh, they're on the move!
Here's how it works. Use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you. You can trigger traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer them right back to you. You just gotta make sure to stop them where you're at, or else they'll just go running off on foot. I'll put a goal marker on the map for you. You can trigger any node on the map at any time, so plan ahead. I'd say you'll have time for 2 moves every time they hit an intersection. If they go off the map, though, you'll lose them. Block every road that leads out of our grid, and watch the places with 3 exits you can't all cover in one go-around.
Should have saved
Just
before
hurry.
this.
I don't know
Oh,
how long I'm
goodness.
gonna be able to keep this VI from messing up the carpet, and once I kill the connection, this old trick is over.
I'll tap into the cab control node they're currently arriving at. Our top priority is to ensure they cannot leave the area Tomcat's given us access to. I'll mark the southern exit as closed first. We only have time to block off 2 routes before the autocab will make a decision and move. We shouldn't block the route back here. We have to stop them where we can catch them. Once you get them back here, press the big button on top of the map to shortwire the autocab.
Okay. This is gonna be a fucking
Be
intense
careful.
fucking...
If you stop their ride anywhere else, they'll just run off. What do you think our next move should be?
Darn, I can't have you talking. It's messing with the signal.
It's up to you now. Don't let those punks escape, and don't trap them anywhere that's not here.
Alright, this is gonna be a fucking wacky fucking puzzle.
Any of the control nodes in the area at any time. Plan ahead, and we should be able to get them. Got it?
This actually seems kind of obvious.
We've got them now.
I mean, okay, they made it look like a more complicated puzzle than it actually was. When I realized that they could just come back through the thing, that was pretty much it.
I'm gonna go stop them, and then we can interrogate the miscreants.
Oh,
what the hell do you want?
Oh, God.
Who do you think you're messing with, huh?
Who do you think you're messing with?
You ain't got nothing on us. And if you don't get out of my way, I'll mess you up.
Hey, what do you think we should do?
I'll punch him in his butt.
We haven't observed them doing anything illegal, and we could potentially make this go over smoothly. Or we could share news of this encounter with Lexi before things get out of hand. These two seem agitated already, and it may be best to make sure they're handled by the appropriate authorities.
I should just shoot the absolute fuck out of
Those
Blue
are the
Guy.
options I deduced. Questions or cops? It's up to you. How do you want to do this? We just have a few questions for you, sirs, if you'd be so kind as to give us a few minutes of your time.
Did you not hear what I...
Maybe we should just answer their questions.
Fucking anime-ass archetypes.
I mean, we didn't do anything wrong, right?
Right! We ain't got nothing to hide! You a cop? 'Cause if you ain't, we ain't got nothing in the bag!
We're newbie street artists.
These are the tools of our trade!
What the fuck is this fucking attitude?
These are all above board and legal. We just got done making a piece for a client.
Oh, really?
That's right! We're artists!
What was that?
Running? Who was I running from? You calling me a coward?
Oh my god.
I don't think that's what they were insinuating.
What's with your glasses,
right.
man?
We just got places to get to, and gotta go fast. You're holding us up.
Oh, goodness. You gotta go fast.
Enough! Stop as assuming you can misdirect us with blustery words and feigned ignorance. I've matched the hues of those paints and the patterns of the bottom of your shoes with 95% accuracy to
Oh
the scene
shit.
of Hayden Weber's apartment.
He's been doing the CSI shit this whole time.
Now tell us what you were doing there, and...
Now you're accusing us of stealing? Why, I oughta...
Chad, I think they're onto us. Maybe we just answer their questions so they don't go to the cops?
Damn it, Oliver! I told you I'm Starfucker now!
Oh my god! And you see, I knew about this. But I forgot. Holy shit.
I only went along with this because you said we would go to a movie afterwards. I don't even care about this human revolution stuff.
Oh, goodness.
Just because you're dad.
Don't talk about my dad. Fine. Whatever. We'll answer your friggin' questions. Aw, man. No big reason. I mean, he's a big hotshot researcher at Parallax, right? We heard a rumor his place was empty. Who's gonna pass up a sweet target like that? We don't need any more of this tech shit, like your lippy ROM over there.
Kidnapped? He's been kidnapped?
Shit, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We just sliced the door controls and trashed the place. Wasn't nobody there. I told you we didn't steal nothing.
Be quiet, Chad. I don't want to go to juvie. Here, you can have it.
Oh goodness. It's literally just okay.
Okay, well, thanks for giving it back.
Yeah, whatever. Just get out of my way.
We hope you find that Hayden guy. And we're real sorry. We weren't trying to hurt anyone.
Alright, let's go catch that movie.
Great! Can we get dinner first?
Sure. Whatever you want.
Oh goodness.
That's not right. I'm certain I deactivated snow mode. Incoming call from Tomcat.
Hey, folks. Jess just called and told me she has a clear way to the access node. She'll get you inside, and I'll walk you through connecting me so I can access the Parallax network. That should help our hunt. Did you get the data cache?
Yes, those punks happen to have it.
Oh, great. We don't have time to worry about it right now, though. Go to Stardust and drop it off with Majid for me, okay? He'll hold it to pass on to me once I get there. I managed to trigger an alert within Parallax's network security, and they're gonna be moving their logs from one secure server to another. I need y'all in place of that access node before they do. No time for lollygagging.
No problem, Tomcat. We'll make our way there directly after we return to Stardust. We can worry about the weather ROM's malfunction later.
No.
Let's go. Our mission for Jess is done.
Hey! I told you jerks not to break my ROM. Now I can't get it to stop snowing. Those protesters are gone, but I'm still not gonna have any customers with it freezing like this.
This Hassy hot cup is the perfect thing to warm me up.
snow out of nowhere? I guess I'll wait it out in here.
Oh, goodness.
Wow, look at it out there. So magical.
You know, yell at me and immediately you get proven wrong. That's what happens in this world.
Don't think I've forgiven you, you dingus.
I'm not a dingus. You're a
Better go get
dingus.
some Hassy hot cups going.
Well, all's well that ends well, right? I'll check the mesh for common issues with the mode selector on the 6703 ROM unit and forward the solutions to the Hassy bar owner. I'm certain she'll be able to get it turned off after the customer rush.
Just wrestler.
Hey there. I go by Night Witch. My name has some pretty cool history behind it. We're some badass ladies who'll bomb hellfire on anyone.
I like how Night Witch has her own
You
voice
should
acting.
come to our New Year's show. NSFW New Year's Smash! There's nothing better than seeing one of our patented bombs away finishers in person. We're gonna win back those NSFW Never Wait 5-person Cinco's titles from the future Foundry.
I usually hang out at Stardust, but they don't serve food. So I come here for Hassy hot cups during the day.
Howdy! You can call me Cactus Canary.
Oh, God.
Our aerodynamic assault will rain down on you from the heavenly skies. But
Oh,
first,
fuck.
a Hassy hot cup. One day, I'll conquer everyone else in the Neo-SF Wrestling Federation and become the NSFW World Heavyweight Championship! Champion. I meant champion. Until then, I'm a Violet Wing for life! And a Hassy Hot Cup fan for life, too!
Bitch has got a fucking endorsement deal.
Hey again. Okay. Enjoy your drink and let.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't really program that very well, did you? Duck game. Oh, that's her. Okay. She has a fucking banner. I didn't realize that was attached to her. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it a day. This has been fun. It's been really, it got really interesting very quickly, and I was not expecting that. Some really cool shit has happened, and I'm having some fun. So we'll be back at this next Saturday. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for tomorrow's stream, but it's going to be something that I decide. So, ta-da! Alright, save time, stupid. Do. Alright, well, that's it. That's the end of my fucking stream today. It's a done deal. We done it. I'm not gonna even fuck with closing because I can't fucking do it. So just know that you are loved and I will be here next time.